Hi guys, it's Courtney again. Last time I showed you guys how to draw Lil Iguana's face, and today I'm going to show you how to draw Jags. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is the general shape of Jags' face. We're going to start with the bottom half, so we're going to do an oval that's on its side. Just like that. And next we're going to do a line that kind of connects here, and it's going to swoop up and over and come in right about there on the other side. So we're going to go up and over and then just swoop on the other side. Now we're going to do a crosshair so that we can place the features of her face. So we're going to come up here, not quite centered, just like off to the right, and we're going to do a curved line down, and you're going to come to like right about where this line ends right here, so there, and then we're going to do another curved line but in the opposite direction and drag that all the way down. Now we're going to do the one going across the face, so it's going to curve like this, and it's going to meet like right where these lines converge, maybe a little higher, and then we're going to curve it up back this way. Now we're going to place her chin. Her chin is just a curved line at the bottom here, like that. Alright, so that's the general shape of her face with the crosshair on. Now we're going to do the eyes. Now those are going to be big ovals in the top half of the head. Her first eye is going to, the side's going to be about there, just a little bit over from the crosshair, and it's about this wide. So we're going to do an oval that's about that big. Not quite touching that line going across, but almost there, and then just up a little bit. So then this line from this oval isn't quite halfway, it's kind of up a little bit right here. And then her other eye is going to be a little closer to that center line, and then it's actually going to overhang where the headline is. And that's gonna go down. Again, almost hitting that line down there, but not quite. And then up, and like this, right about there. So for this eye, the line pretty much slices it in half, just at an angle. And now we're gonna do the details inside the eyes. So let's start with the color of her eyes. It's just a smaller oval in the upper right corner of her eye. So that's the color, and then we're gonna do a really small circle that's in the upper left corner of this small oval, and that's the highlight of her eye. And then we're gonna do the pupil, which is going to be like in the center of the color, and you don't want to go over the highlight because this is on top of the pupil. And then you're gonna do her eyelashes, which are just like two curved lines on the top left corner of that eye. And now we're going to do the same thing with this other eye, except it's going to be kind of mirrored. So we're going to do the color, which is about that big, and then we're going to do the highlight, which is going to be on the same side because the light only comes from one direction. So we're going to put that there. And then we're going to do the pupil, which is in the center of the eye. And then we're going to do the eyelashes, which are the two curved lines on that side of the eye. Alright, now we're going to do her nose and her mouth. So the top of her nose is right where this line is. Her nose is kind of like a triangle, but it has curved points. Upside down triangle. So it's going to look a little bit like that. Now we're going to put the mouth, and her mouth the first line is gonna be like right where this vertical line is, and you're gonna curve down and up, and you're gonna go about here, and then you're going to put the little smirk line, which is just like a curved line coming in like that. And then the other line, it doesn't come up to the nose like the first line did. It's gonna come off of this line about here, and then that's gonna curve down and up, and it's gonna be a shorter distance because her face is at an angle. So that's the second line. And now we're gonna do the line that separates her orange fur from like her light tan fur. So that starts probably about like here on the nose, so kind of a little more close to this corner than this one, but almost in the center. And that's gonna curve down and up to where this horizontal line is. And it's gonna end here, and this is gonna be a point like fur, so that's gonna come back this way a little bit, and then we're gonna go back over at a curve. So it should look like that. And now we're gonna do the other side, which is just a curved line going up. There's no point like this side. So we're gonna start about the same area, curve down, and come up like that. Now we're going to do her ears, and her ears are pretty big. They start about here, and then the inside comes to about right above her eye, about the center, so right there. So first we're gonna do a kind of like a circle with a point on top. So that's gonna come down, almost hitting the eyelash, and over like this. It's not gonna come all the way over here yet, and then it's gonna go up to a point, and then it's gonna come back down. And that's the inside of her ear. And then the outside of her ear is kind of this shape, but condensed, like flattened. So we're gonna pick up that curved line we did, and then we're gonna go up and converge to about there, not all the way at the top, kind of on the side. And then we're gonna come back down on the inside of the line we drew for the first shape, and then come down and connect it again. And she has dark brown on her ear, like a little stripe, so we're gonna do about the middle of this shape, and we're gonna come up and meet at that point at the very top. And that's her first ear. And then we're going to do her second ear. So her second ear is comes like in about where her eye, like the top of that eye is. And it's the same, it curves up, and it's a point at the top, and then curves over. And you can kind of follow through just to help you make the shape. And then the outside of her ear is just like a swooping line. And that one almost goes to the point at the top. Not quite, but almost. And then the line for the brown on her ear, I kind of follow this line, but over a little bit, and that doesn't go up to the point. That comes to like about there. Now we're gonna do her hair and her fur. So she has a tuft of hair up here, and then she has fur on the sides of her face. So for the hair on her head, it's above where her headline is here, and comes off of the ear. So it's gonna curve up like this, and then the point of that top tuft comes to about here, and then you're gonna curve down and in like that, and then you're gonna do another line that curves down a little bit to about hitting this line that you followed through from the inside of this ear, and then you're going to curve up again. And then you're going to do another final triangle-ish shape, and then follow up like that. Like there. And then the fur, we're going to start at this ear, and we're going to do a curved line down and over like this, and then a curved line to do that. So then you have like this little triangle shape. And then we're going to do a line going down like this, and then come up like that, and then one more curve down and up like that. And then on the other side, we only have two little triangle looking pieces of fur. So we're going to curve down like this, come out, and curve back in, and then we're going to do a curved out and a curved in. Alright, so that's the fur. And now we're going to do the eyebrows, which is the last part. So the eyebrows are kind of high on her face. It kind of overlaps this ear and the tuft of hair a little bit, so it's going to be about here. And you're going to curve like the bottom line, and then the top line is going to just come up and over like that. So they're a little bit curved. And then the other eyebrow, same thing, it's overlapping the ear, curve under line and then curved over line, and that's that. And then I like to go over with a marker or a pen, and then you can erase all the little lines in the center that aren't part of her face. So and then we're just going to do some finishing touches at the end. Sometimes you might notice that the pupil's too small, or like a line needs to come a little bit further out. So you can do that now. And you can color it if you want, but this is Jags' face.